The old man had no degrees. The Pacific Islands in World War II didn't offer any of these. He knew the ways of nature and the ways of war, but thank God there were men like him. After the war, he came home, but soon it was time to roam. From the plains to the Rockies to the ocean shore, to deep in the Everglades, these places gave comfort to the man so strange, who at times was also a stranger to me. Soon it was off to the peninsula of Korea. Our country was at war again, he had to be there. He came home again, an old broken man, around 34, his chest ablaze with medals galore. To many, he was still the strange man with whiskey on his breath. He was home again. He got a job building Interstate 95. He taught me how to catch a snake, to use a knife, to shoot a rifle, and to learn the natural life. He taught me to defend myself and live off the land. He said, listen to your Uncle Stan. He's a good man. He can teach you more about work in school than I ever can. I remember some nights I slept in his bed. During the night, all those memories surfaced that were stored in his head. His body would shake and rivulets of sweat would run over the scars he wore for us. He'd reach down and take a drink from the bottle. Now he'd calm down, the strange man with whiskey on his breath. When Vietnam started, he was ready to go. He limped into the recruiting office, service records in hand. Everybody stared. He had a brace on one leg, a brace on his back. Under his shirt were the scars. He had an eardrum blown out. After a moment of silence, he said, read my record, son. This is what I know how to do. The recruiter opened the file and in a minute or two said, every man stand at attention. He said, sir, you've done your duty, and I'm honored to thank you. He was the last of 4 brothers. His mother had outlived all her children. After the soldier blew taps, they laid the flag on my grandmother's and my laps. She said, all my boys were good soldiers, but your father was the best. This is how I remember the strange man with whiskey on his breath.